didn't even get to cross.
A bird's cry echoed over the Dam Clan palace. On this day, many birds flocked here, almost the entire flock. The path to the palace was strewn with soldiers trying to protect the clan leader from the invasion of this audacious relative. However, they failed. The surviving soldiers helped those who remained alive. They weren't numerous, but each person now mattered. Suddenly, two guards heard wheezing behind them. They were surprised because they had passed by these bodies several times, and none showed signs of life. The ones whose movements the warriors heard were the head of the Dam clan, the eldest of the men. He still lay motionless, but he breathed deeply and evenly. The old man opened his eyes and didn't understand what was happening. For a moment, he got lost in events and memories. Memory diligently avoided reminding him of the massacre he had recently endured. However, the warriors tried their best to bring the Dam clan leader to his senses, periodically shaking his body and asking if everything was okay with him. Chae Song came to his senses a bit and began questioning the warriors about why the twins went to hunt down this abnormal member of the Yang family alone. Looking at the dead soldiers, the man replied that they couldn't leave Wai Chan alone. This fool doesn't even realize what havoc he caused with his actions. On the one hand, he was magnificent as a fighter, possessing martial arts skills at an unimaginable level of mastery. The old man speculated that Wai Chan had acquired some incredible skills and was capable of much more than he had demonstrated in the hall back then. The man wanted to know all of Wai Chan's secrets, but to do that, he needed to find the guy. He looked at his palm where those miraculous Shangxi pills lay. Chae Song tossed the pills into his mouth and chewed carefully. He decided that, in any case, the young Yang had to die for his audacity, and this time, the leader wouldn't take any risks. Perhaps they were partly to blame for what happened. The Dam family had become lax, and the entrance security was minimal, the soldiers not adequately trained. After taking the pills, the leader's strength significantly increased, and he ascended into the air, astonishing the warriors. They knew Chae Song was strong, but they had no idea it was to this extent. The leader decided it was time to make the clan the strongest in history, starting with the children. They were more obedient in the hands of a skilled mentor. The man's eyes flickered red, and he surged forward, setting his goal. Chae Song always followed it to the end. The valley near the mountain range trembled from powerful blows and angry shouts. As a green monster, Shin Ho possessed incredible power and tried to use it to its fullest, attacking his opponent. However, the guy didn't yield, successfully dodging the blows. Rocks shattered, and trees were uprooted, but none of the warriors wanted to surrender. Shin realized that the guy wasn't inferior to him in power and was very skilled at defending against attacks. It irritated the man. The monster howled that he wanted to fight face to face, not hop around the clearing chasing the hero. Dodging was a sign of cowardice. However, Wai Chan wasn't impressed by the monster's words. He said if the man preferred to die, he would fulfill his wish and stared intensely into the creature's eyes. The Dam clan heir went berserk. No one had dared to speak to him in such a tone and even covertly call him a coward and weakling. He gathered all his strength and rushed toward the guy. The hero remained calm. He extended his hands forward and whispered softly, asking the man to approach because all he represented was just a green pathetic monster. Wai Chan used his internal power and the demonic fist technique, allowing him to increase the strength of his attacks 100-fold. Hundreds of energy-charged fists flew towards the monster, and he howled in pain as the golden threads pierced his body. The guy swung to deliver the final blow. It was the end. The hero's face, especially his eyes, glowed with a bright golden light. Suddenly, the hero heard a strange sound from above and behind. Initially, he thought some assassin had survived and turned around to check. However, the head of the Dam clan was flying down towards him. In flight, the man gathered himself and was ready to deliver a powerful punch. The hero couldn't put up a defense in time, and the man's blow hit directly, throwing Yang forward into the nearest tree. The guy crashed swiftly into the trunk, breaking the tree in half. His face contorted in pain, splinters flew in all directions. This blow was genuinely powerful. The battle in the valley shook even the mountain range. From a distance, one could see dense dust rising above the trees. Behind the head of the Dam clan, Shin Ho appeared. He was surprised to see his father, as he had never come to the aid of his children before, fully trusting them to decide the outcome of any battle. The man looked at his son sternly but with approval. He was glad that Shin had finally merged into a unified whole with the power of the magical Shangxi pills. However, he was also interested in where Bai Yun had disappeared to. The son hesitated, responding to his father's question, and this alarmed the man. He suspected that something irreversible might have happened but hoped to intervene and prevent the situation. The guy pointed in a direction, and looking there, Chae Song saw what was left of his daughter. Bai Yun's desiccated body lay on the ground. The man became even angrier. She was his only beloved daughter, and this Yang dared to inflict irreparable harm to her. Chae Song clenched his fist tightly. Staring attentively at the shell that used to be Bai Yun, the master pondered the technique the hero had used when fighting the girl. It was incredible. The father tossed a small bag containing the miraculous pills to his only heir, instructing him to take all of them at once. But the guy began to hesitate. He knew the irreversible consequences of an overdose. However, the head of the Dam clan insisted that his son take all the pills because the power possessed by Wei Chan was indeed immense, and even he couldn't fathom how strong this young man was. Meanwhile, the hero regained consciousness and appeared behind his enemies. He watched as the father and son tried to enhance their powers and was astonished by the Dam family members' thirst for power, willing to go to any lengths, even at the cost of their own children's lives. The old man saw the approaching guy and asked where this brat got the coveted boundless power. The hero smirked and replied that he received this gift at the doorstep of death, where the orders of the Dam clan leader led him. The man was surprised, but his thoughts were interrupted by an uproar. Turning around, he saw Shin Ho transforming into an even more frightening monster than before. The Dam clan heir roared in pain, his body increased in size, and it felt like the pressure from within would burst the guy's head at any moment. Chae Song cursed. Had he made a mistake? Perhaps his only son had too weak internal energy, and he wouldn't withstand the influence of the pills his father generously gave him. However, there was no time for remorse, and the man ordered the monster to hurry up and finish off Yang before he figured out some trick and dealt with them. The hero watched the conversation between the relatives with interest and was ready not only to defend but also to attack. He leaped skillfully upward just when the monster struck, and the ground beneath his fist erupted, sending soil flying in all directions. Right from behind Shin Ho, the grandfather leaped out and lunged with a wild cry at Wei Chan. It was an unfair duel, 2 against 1, and the guy expected something like this from them. The man put all his strength into the blow and struck the hero's face hard. Sparks even sprayed from the guy's eyes. However, in his attempt to deal maximum damage to the opponent, the clan leader hadn't considered that Wei Chan would immediately retaliate. He received a kick to the chest and was sent flying to the side. With a crash, the man collapsed to the ground a few meters away from the guys. His fall even created a small pit, and the earth around the old man crumbled into clumps. The mutants saw how powerfully the hero struck his father and decided that he had to relentlessly beat the scoundrel. The guy had killed his sister, and now his father was in danger. Under no circumstances could the man's death be allowed. Making a turn in the air, Wai Chan jumped from above onto Shin Ho. The kick caught the monster off guard because the guy used one of his secret techniques. The daimare was cumbersome in his new body and couldn't react quickly or defend himself. He took the full force of the blow with maximum damage. Chae Song, at this moment, came to his senses and witnessed what was happening with his own eyes. It was powerful and incredible, but as a father, he felt annoyance and anger that the technique was applied to his child. Meanwhile, Wai Chan prepared for a new strike. He leaped over the monster's prone body and prepared to deliver a powerful kick from above, utilizing his full momentum. The man, at this moment, rushed to his son's aid, realizing that this attack by Yang could be fatal for his heir. Beneath Chae Song's feet, the earth crumbled and scattered. Wai Chan, on the other hand, focused on his next strike. He leaped above the lying monster and prepared to deliver a powerful kick, ready to end the fight and destroy his blood enemies. The hero concentrated his power in his hands and directed it towards his opponents. However, his fist collided with the fist of the eldest of the Dam clan. At some point, all the bones in the old man's body, starting from that very arm, stirred and cracked. It was incredible, only the man himself had ever felt something like that. A wild pain pierced his arm, flashing through every cell of his body, relentlessly destroying the bone structure from the inside. Chae Song was shocked by the injury he had received. Throughout the valley, the old man's cry of pain resounded. His arm was turning into something unusable, accompanied by unbearable pain. The hero didn't wait for the man to recover his senses and delivered another powerful blow. Energy swirled around the guy's fist, indicating that Wai Chan had put all his internal energy into this strike. He possessed truly overwhelming power. Dam Chae Song, the head of the clan, was defeated. His last words were about how they failed the gold plan and how this young man could have learned about the family's grand plans in the first place. The hero replied that all the answers to his questions would be received by the old man in hell, where he would deliver him immediately. The grandfather's face contorted with malice, pain, and unfulfilled ambitions. He had relied too much on himself and couldn't bear the fact that his plans to magnify the Dam clan at any cost would never come true now. The man fell to the ground and was no longer able to move. His soul had truly departed to hell, where it belonged. Wai Chan towered over his opponent. This man was detestable to him. After all, because of him, the Yun village was destroyed, and all members of the hero's family, whom they considered relatives to the Dam clan, were killed. Exhaling, the guy turned away and walked away from the battlefield. He was no longer interested in looking at his fallen enemies. He had avenged the Dam clan in full. However, what happened on that day, the massacre of the Dam clan, was an event that changed the course of history and shook the entire country. Various rumors circulated among the people about what had happened. Some said that the ruthless killings were the work of the Four Emperors clan. Other rumors spoke of a powerful demonic cult that had crossed paths with Dam Chae Sun. No one knew the truth and couldn't even guess what had actually happened on that day at the foot of the Tain mountain range. Murim also felt the shock. Its leaders were considered the strongest and exemplary guardians of martial arts and secret knowledge worldwide. To gather enough information about what happened, Murim received messages from all countries several times a day. Understanding how serious the situation could be, the Murim leadership even decided to convene an emergency meeting to discuss the events and possible consequences. Many of those gathered were convinced that the entire massacre was indeed the actions of the Four Emperors clan. At least, this version of events was most often heard behind closed doors where the meeting took place. A formidable man shouted louder than anyone else that they urgently needed to assemble a group of white tigers. However, the leader of Murim, Baekmu-jin, was more objective and balanced. He understood that in case of a mistaken judgment, their community would simply provoke a dangerous group into bloodthirsty actions. Bo-jin was inflexible, claiming that the Dam clan was close to the four emperors, and by supporting such a theory, Murim could forever put an end to this vile clan. Members of the assembly tried to calm the vice leader because if a demonic cult attacked, who could resist further actions? Also, Han Chae-jin added that there was information that what happened to the Dam clan was the work of just one person, not any group. The man raised his hands in dismay and continued, he couldn't understand who could be this person. The Dam clan is strong enough to defend itself against the attack of a single person. Chae-jin insisted that, for this reason, the priority was to conduct an investigation first and then make serious decisions on this matter. However, they had to think about who they could trust with such a task. While the men were thinking, the silence was broken by the voice of a young man. It was unexpected, and everyone turned with surprise toward the source of the sound. The speaker was a master swordsman from the Azure Dragon clan. He volunteered to conduct a detailed investigation into the situation that led to the extermination of the entire Dam clan. The Azure Dragon clan had 240 young masters, each of whom was a virtuoso with a sword. The men wondered if the clan leader supported the actions of the young man. The young man said that he wished to personally see, at least once, the monster that single-handedly destroyed the entire Dam clan. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave comments to help the new video come out as soon as possible. Have a great day.